welcome back to Digi-Destination again today as we talk Digimon number 4. And specifically, let's talk about the future sets coming out. Today we'll be talking about Bt-16 Beginning Observer. This set comes out for us in May. It's already been out in Japanese, so we have a nice little bit of the ability to look at these cards. We'll see a lot of them in Japanese today, but you'll be able to see a lot of the cards. You can read a lot of the effects online and what these cards are going to do for the game in the future. Today we're going to break down my top 5 cards I'm most excited about, just in terms of what I want to play with, and then also break down what I feel are the top 10 artworks inside this set that on a collecting standpoint, I definitely want to see those cards. They look fantastic. So without further ado, let's get to it on the next episode of Digi-Destination. Here I go. So, first things first, this set comes out for us in May, so it's about 2 months away for us right now, but this set is going to be boasting a lot of cards from the O2 Digi-Destin, from the O2 kids, from the O2 storyline, and there's a lot of stuff that kind of goes into the movie as well, from the O2 the beginning, and there's going to be a lot of cards and things made for this set. The first card that I like, probably at number 5, for what I'm really excited about, is the Vikemon Ace card that you're getting inside of this set. Vikemon, for whatever reason, and I'm about it because I love me some Vikemon, has been getting so many Ace cards, so many alternate art cards. Again, I'm okay with it, but that being said, I'm super excited for this one. Obviously, it has the ability to Blast Digivolve, being an Ace card, but it also gives you a D-Digivolve 2 for one of your opponent's Digimon. That means you can trash a level 6 down to a level 4 and really make them rebuild their things over and over again, which is great. And then all of the Digimon, all of your opponent's Digimon with one or fewer Digivolution cards can't suspend until the end of the next turn. So having that ability to really trash the things off the top really makes this a viable card. And then when attacking, you can delete one of your opponent's Digimon that has one or fewer Digivolution cards. So if you can shed that out, you can essentially, by attacking a security, really be able to take out an opponent's Digimon really quickly. Really fantastic card, to be honest. Super excited about that one in the future, and obviously it has the Ace Overflow, so you will get the 4 memory either way if it is taken out. The number 4 for me has to be the new Davis and Ken Tamer. The artworks on these are great. We'll talk about them later in the video. But this one allows you to play a Vmon or a Wormmon from your hand without paying the cost. And at the end of the opponent's next turn, you return it to the hand. When one of your Digimon digivolves into a blue or green, you can suspend and get a memory. And then if DNA digivolving, you can trash any 3 Digivolution cards under an opponent's Digimon. Any 3. Which means you can be selective of what you want to take out. It doesn't have to be the top 3, the bottom 3, any 3. Which means you can take out whatever you want in there and get rid of those inherited effects that are really causing you bother, which I really like. Number 3 for me is the Imperial Dramon Fighter Mode, the Ace version of it coming out. Obviously, again, it has the ability to Blast Digivolve. But you're going to return one of your opponent's Digimon with as few as, or as many, Digivolution cards, and then this Digimon at the bottom of the deck. So if I got 4 Digivolution sources, and they have a Digimon with that, you can just return that Digimon to the bottom of their deck, and just send it down there, which is great removal option to have, because this Digimon is probably going to have a massive setup of Digivolution cards, because you're going to probably DNA Digivolve it to get up there, so there's probably going to be a huge stack that you're going to have, and as long as your opponent doesn't have anything as big as that, you could just take their Digimon, put it at the bottom of the deck, and there you go. And then at the end of the attack, you unsuspend this Digimon. Then if Dragon Mode is in the cards for the Digi-Evolution sources, then you can return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon to the bottom of their deck. And there's some combos with green cards in there. You can just get a quick suspend in there and then send another one to the bottom of the deck. You can neutralize a board rather quickly with this, which is super nice. Number 2 on my list is the Terriermon X Antibody. I'm super excited about this one. Not only is the artwork absolutely phenomenal, but on your turn, you have the ability to have this Digimon go to a Gargomon or a Rapidmon and reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. So it's a super helpful, super useful level 3 Terriermon coming out. Probably going to be one of the Terriermons that get used the most. And has the inherited effect that if Gargomon or Rapidmon is in its name, it gets piercing as well. I love being able to use piercing to take out cards and still be able to perform security checks. I think piercing is a very, very underrated thing. And the number one for me is gotta be the Shroudmon coming out. I am super excited for this level 6 Mega Wizard coming out that could fit into a Mastamon deck, and here's how I think it could happen. Obviously, this usually goes with a Pulsemon deck, but when digivolving at the end of the attack once per turn, if you have 3 or more security cards, one of your opponent's Digimon gets negative 7,000 DP for the turn. So you could just get a removal off of that or cut into a really, really big Digimon on the other side. But here's the kicker. If you have 3 or fewer security cards, which if you're getting a Digimon out this big, a lot of times you will be 3 or under, you can delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. So a Digimon they just have there, you can just delete it. Send it. Get it out of here. Send it to the trash. It's fantastic. And then all turns, when this Digimon will leave the battle area by your opponent's effects, if you have 3 or more security cards, by trashing the top card of security, you keep it out there. Let alone those effects I said before, is not only a when digivolving, but it's also an end of an attack. So you can activate that effect one time. Next turn, you can end of attack, boom, throw it out there again, there you go. And if the card gets deleted, you can recovery +1 on top of your security. Like, it's crazy. You place a card on the top of the deck until you have 3 security cards. Like, that's insanity. It's really, for a Mastamon deck where you get to manipulate a lot of the security going in there, you could just manipulate so much crap in there. It's just, I think there's just wombo combos happening in there. I think it's going to be fantastic stuff as you go. But those are the 5 cards that I'm most excited about the set in terms of the playability and decks that I've made, created, and want to create in the future. And let's talk about now the artworks of this set. Okay, coming up at number 10 on this is a 3-parter on here for number 10. It is all of the combination DNA alt art Tamer cards that are coming out. You have the Kari and Yoli card, you have the Cannon Davis card, and you have the Cody and you have the TK card. All 3 of those cards, the artworks are beautiful. They're really nice. You have the partner Digimon on the side, you have the main DNA Digivolve in there, Shakuamon, Sylphimon, and Pyodramon, all in there that are in the background of the cards in the center. And then you have the older versions of the Digidestined themselves on the other sides. The colors going through the card are beautiful. This is just a really, really, really beautiful, well-made card. It's really, really, really good. Coming in at number 9 is the Vmon Uncommon you get in this. I love this thing. I think this thing is absolutely adorable. I think this thing is so good. Just him carrying his stuff around like he's having a good time. Like, I love the snot out of this card. It's such a beautiful looking card. It's really something that I feel like will be a pretty big important card in the future, and I really like how well those look. Coming in at number 8, I have to go with the good old Demi V card. The Demi V carrying the meat stick with the V on his back. Gotta go with that one. The thing is absolutely adorable. The thing is absolutely beautiful. How could you not love that card? It's probably the most adorable Digitama card of all time. And yeah, it's probably going to be one that I'm going to find some way to get inside decks. Just because the thing is absolutely stunningly beautiful. I want to be able to use that card over and over and over again because that artwork is just phenomenal. The concept of the card is beautiful, and I wouldn't expect anything less as I go. And then moving on to number 7, I'm going to be going with the amazing Ukomon foil card that has the tiny Louie in there. If you haven't seen this alt art card before, it is a white Digimon card, so it looks completely different than a lot of other cards, which is why I really like it, to be honest. And then on top of that, you have the Ukomon. Looks like he's coming out of his Digi-Egg on this one, and it has the very tiny Louie in there. This is the very, very, very tiny Louie, the one where, you know, if you've seen the movie, it's when he first meets Ukomon and he comes out of the Digi-Egg. That is the time that he comes out there, and it is just a phenomenal looking card. It is definitely something that I want to be using in the future. It's definitely something that I want to possibly incorporate in some decks, because that card is just a great looking card. And it's going to be one I'm going to be trying to collect, because I just think it's a great looking card. Just on a whole, it just looks that good. Coming in next for me at number 6 has gotta be the Sylphimon Ace card. This thing is such a BA looking card. It is such a gorgeous looking card. The attack happening there, the sword coming through, it's just an amazing looking alternate art card. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful looking card. I can't think of a better card to really have for that, except when you get to number 5, which is the Pyildramon alt art, which has the Wormmon, the Vmon, the Pyildramon in the center. It's just such a good looking card. There's just so many great looking cards in this set coming out, but that one for me comes in at number 5. Number 4 for me, it's gotta be the special Vicomon Ace. This thing, for whatever reason, the Kenji Watanabe artwork, along with having the gray background, just that little bit of blue in there, like, it is just such a, it has like an old school comic book feel to it on this card, and it is phenomenal. I love the absolute snot out of that artwork. It is just so incredibly good. Okay, it's just that stinking good. But it should not be outdone by number 3 for me, which is the Imperialdramon Fighter Mode Ace card, the special edition one. This thing has got like that great legend feel to it, but we know these ones are going to be super short printed, and I'm hoping they're coming out in English. Like, this is the thing for me. I'm pretty sure all these are coming out in English. We are getting like a special card in there. I'm pretty sure all these cards are getting released in the English versions. Like, it seems as if they're going to be listed that way. We are getting an Imperialdramon Dragon mode that's going to be an English exclusive. But this card is just a great, it's got the rainbowing going through the card. They're making these kind of like they did in Great Legend and earlier sets, but they're making them very, very short, limited release prints, which will make them go up in an extreme amount of value. So I really, really like that card so much at my number 3. And then for number 2, I gotta go with the Amazing Ground Kawagamon card. It's just such a good looking artwork. Again, a Kenji Watanabe artwork. It's beautiful. I know that this card's rainbow foiling is just going to hit so much different when you see it in person based on what you see on the actual, online versions of it. But seeing that card in hand, like, that thing is going to glimmer, it's going to shine. The artwork is just BA, to be honest. And then at number 1, we have the Mac Daddy of them all. This is a card that in Japan is going for like maybe like $700-800, and it is the Magnamon X Antibody alt art with him just like all up in your face, and it is just golden perfection, to be honest. That's the best way to put it. Golden perfection. That thing is just an absolutely beautiful card. It's going to be very bright, it's going to be very in your face, but this thing is an absolutely stunning card to have in there. And if you haven't kind of noticed from the video so far, we're going to start getting Digimon that have 3 different colors in them, and that opens up like a brand new can of worms when you can like just kind of flip in between color sets and use different color sets abilities and what those sets are known for. That's going to be a really, really wild thing, to be honest. But that is another episode of Digi Destination Today. Let me know what you think about this new set coming out. I really think it's going to be a phenomenal set. It's going to get us a lot of cards from the O2 DigiDestined and really give us some different opportunities and different ways to play with these different Destins Digimon, and there's just some other great filler cards in there that are really good and really usable. And I think this set's going to be something that's going to be really, really changing the game with these tri-level cards and the ability to kind of flip in and out of things. So leave a comment down below on what you think about this set coming out. Leave a like on the video if you like the content today, and subscribe to the channel as always. And we'll talk to you later next time on Digi Destination. Talk to you later. Bye.